Yeah. I did the math before the flex show. Rebalance sheets where they chase goals. Losses turn tuition paid in full. Kept the vision clean when the lights go dull. Don't talk rich, I talk control. Equity heavy, lie on the ego. Hype fade fast, patience compound. That's how rooms turn quiet when you walk around. This ain't for the crowd, this for the count. What you owe, what you outgrown. Mind still sharp, pen still level. Just don't rap for approval. People I move quiet, let silence work. Noise never build what discipline nurture. Hunger ain't dry, that lesson clear. Some starve loud, still stuck in fear. Fed the mind, stop distraction. Now every step got long-term traction. No rush, no race, grown man pace. I stand on code, no convenience. Principles, heaviest consequences. Seen shortcuts bury families. Seen structure flip whole narratives. I taught leverage living on my sons. Not clout, not clicks, not followers. Respect don't come from being loud. It comes from standing when pressure covers you. At this age, you don't need motivation. You need alignment. If your money don't match your stress, too misposition. If your circle still drains you, waited too long. Yeah. I did the math before the flex show. Rebalance sheets where they chase goals. Losses turn tuition paid in full. Kept the vision clean when the lights go dull. Don't talk rich, I talk control. Equity heavy, lie on the ego. Hype fade fast, patience compound. That's how rooms turn quiet when you walk around. This ain't for the crowd, this for the count. What you owe, what you outgrown. Mind still sharp, pen still level. Just don't rap for approval. People I move quiet, let silence work. Noise never build what discipline nurture. Hunger ain't dry, that lesson clear. Some starve loud, still stuck in fear. Fed the mind, stop distraction. Now every step got long-term traction. No rush, no race, grown man pace. I stand on code, no convenience. Principles, heaviest consequences. Seen shortcuts bury families. Seen structure flip whole narratives. I taught leverage living on my sons. Not clout, not clicks, not followers. Respect don't come from being loud. It comes from standing when pressure covers you. At this age, you don't need motivation. You need alignment. If your money don't match your stress, too misposition. If your circle still drains you, waited too long.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Good Wednesday morning to everybody out there. Welcome back to Attraction Economics. I am your host, Big Dog Bark, and over here we break down the supply and demand of attraction. We break down the power, the leverage, and the status that it holds. And we also talk about how attention is the currency, how you got attention, how to get more attention, how to spend your attention. You know what I'm saying? We try to wrap everything up in, different analogies, sports, finance, relationships. We talk about all that over here, right here. So anyway, as y'all in the building, please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. And also, if you would like to donate to the channel, please hit the cash app $ Big Dog Bargain 2132. Big donation, small donation. All donations are appreciated, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand that we are in a bit of a pickle right about now. Gas prices done went back up, food still going back up, whatever the case may be. So if you can, you can. If you can't, I understand completely. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, how y'all doing? So today we're going to talk about how income equals market validation. Money. And see, a lot of people will sit there and tell you that money don't matter. And you and I, and we all know that that's a lie. We know money does matter. Is money the most important thing going on in your life? No. But it is a resource, it's a tool. You do need it to survive in your everyday existence. You know what I'm saying? So you do need some paper. Don't act like you don't need it. You need a job. You need some type of source of income. Get it how you live. You feel what I'm saying? But you need money. So if anybody tell you that you don't need it, they're lying to you. All right. So now that we got that part understood, this is what we're gonna talk about. Your income is more than money though. And again, if you've been over here, you know, when I say spending your resources, your capital, whatever the case may be, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about your energy. I'm talking about your attention. I'm talking about your time. And I'm also talking about your discipline, what you wouldn't go against the grain for. You feel what I'm saying? So your income is just not money, right? Your income is just not paper. It's feedback. It's feedback. So all the income is telling people what somebody's willing to pay you for what you give them, right? That's all the income tell people is how much somebody's willing to pay you for the things you do. Some people get paid a lot. Some people don't get paid at all. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And the market is gonna tell you how much you really worth by how much money you get. That's market validation. Again, market validation is basically letting people know, letting the market know, whatever market you in, dating, business, networking, with social media, whatever the case may be. All that is telling them how much you really worth, according to how much you get, how much money you get, how many views you get, how many deals you get. It's just telling the market what you worth. Okay, y'all have to excuse me. I live in an area where there's a lot of trains. Man. We got about 2, 3 train tracks over here. They be out night, all day, whatever case may be. Anyway, so yeah, you see, a lot of people would just be stuck on the money. It's like, bro, I could be broke as hell, but if I get a lot of attention, I'm valuable. That's where a lot of people be failing to realize is that if you get a lot of attention, you're valuable. Shout out to a content creator that I know, like Jay Prince for president. And I know y'all could like him or you can hate him, whatever the case may be. I personally don't know Buddy. I just know what I see. And let him tell y'all, he's proud of being on EBT. He proud on doing the shit he doing his everyday existence. You feel what I'm saying? And some people will sit there and tell you that Jay Prince for president is a bum. Is broke. He ain't shit. Now, depending on what the hell he be talking about, I can agree. But I also be like, hey, I'll rock with Jay Prince depending on what the fuck we doing. You feel what I'm saying? But because he ain't got the paper that some of these guys claim they have, they say he ain't shit. But he got what a lot of them ain't got. He gets attention. He's valuable. See, you're just putting it on the watch in the car you got. Jay Prince ain't got that shit. And he tell you he ain't got that shit. He ain't trying to spend his money on that shit. He tell you. He tell you that shit. But he get what you ain't getting, rich dude, is he get attention. People like him. They find him funny. They find him entertaining. So you can sit there and talk about how much money you got in your bank account. It don't bother him. He gets back at you and saying, you can't get people to talk about you like they talk about me. And that bothers you. So both individuals can be right at the same time. Both individuals can be right at the same time. You can get your money. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Get your bread. Get it. But you mad because you doing content. You on YouTube, you on X and all that type of shit right there. You're doing what you're doing on social media, and he is too, and he actually dominating you on social media. Market validation. People like what they see with that guy. They don't like what they see with you. People are paying you to do whatever the hell you're doing. He ain't getting paid. The nigga jumping job to job to job. He can't keep a job. So it's different levels of market validation. You just be focusing on the money. You just be focused on the lifestyles and the status and shit like that. And even though that is part of it, that's not the only part of it. That's the part you care about. So you can side on motherfuckers say, look at me. Look at me. Look at what I got. Look at what I can afford. Look at me taking my people here and there and there. Look at the restaurants I can go to. And for an individual that don't give a fuck about none of that type of shit, that don't budge them. That don't do nothing for them. That don't do nothing for them. If a motherfucker don't give a fuck about this shit, guess what? You talking to somebody that's like, okay, next. What did you get that I like? I don't care about this shit. Then you feel some type of way and call this motherfucker a hater. You hate on my success. And then, no, I'm not hating on your success, buddy. I don't care about your success. The market care about your success. That's why you got all this shit. I don't care about your success. I'm not part of that market that's gonna pay you. I'm not part of that market that's gonna pay you or pay you any attention. I'm not the part of that market that like you. And again, with Jay Prince, he's entertaining. I don't agree with everything he said. I left comments in the chat. I don't like some of his shit. I don't think I ever sent him no money though. I don't know. But he's entertaining. And I would rather watch his crazy ass do some dumb ass shit and be entertained than to watch your smart ass that got all the things figured out and you ain't got nobody watching. It is what it is. I feel the same way. Cause I look at my damn views and shit like that. Like, man, motherfucker don't watch me. I'm not entertaining. I said, motherfucker don't watch me. And I'm cool. So again, when it comes down to market validation, motherfucker gonna pay for what they want. They gonna pay for what they want. Either you got it or you don't. Either you got it or you don't. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, most people chase motivation. Excuse me. But motivation doesn't pay. The market pays for value, solutions, intention, leverage, and results. Y'all had to give me. Sometimes I be reading. I don't just like I read some shit, then I freestyle the shit from the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been doing lately. So if it sounds like I'm reading, yeah, I'm reading the shit. But then after I read, I had to tell you what I feel about what I just read. So just bear with me. So again, most people chase about motivation, but motivation don't pay you. Motivation don't pay you. So no matter how much you care about something, no matter how much time and effort you to put into something, if you ain't getting shit back in return, then what are you doing? It's all right to go after a passion project. It's all right to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Ain't nobody stopping you. But if you ain't getting the bread back, if you ain't getting the attention back, or whatever the case may be, is you gonna stop? Is you gonna quit? Because again, it's fine that you're chasing the passion project, but is the passion project gonna pay you? Now we can have some trains of thoughts about these type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I do what I do because I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I'm not depending on this app to pay my bills. I'm bored. That's why I do what I do. That's why I can sit here and look at my audience and look at my numbers, my analytics and shit like that. That's why I can look at my shit and be like, eh. For a nigga that's bored, that just do this shit because he bored. And the numbers I get, the views I get off my shit, I'm like, I can deal with it. I could deal with it. I did this out of boredom. I didn't do this out of money. I didn't do this because my pockets were hurt. I did it because I was bored. It give me something to do. While I ain't nobody here with me, I ain't got to worry about my wife. I ain't got to worry about my children. I ain't got to worry about my grandchildren. I'm by myself. So I'm taking the time out of my day to talk. And I'm bored. That's it. Now, a lot of motherfuckers come up here to get some money. I heard several of them say, I'm trying to get paid. I want some bread. Woo, 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 woo. Fine, cool, bro. Fine. If that's your motivation to get money, I ain't knocking. You get your bread. But one thing I trip about is that you're up here for your particular reason to get money, right? I'm up here because I'm bored. We got two different motivations. You're up here for paper. I'm up here for boredom. Two different motivations. At any given time that my shit start jumping and shit like that, it just jumps. I'm still gonna do me. Again, I'm up here because I'm bored, not because I'm broke, not because I'm scamming. I'm bored. So if my shit start popping and whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden there's a lot of excitement going on over here, fine, cool, it's exciting over here and there. chat jumping, whatever the case, money coming in, cool, whatever. I was bored. You up here just to get money. So while you up here trying to get money, if you don't get no money, you mad. If you don't get no likes, if you don't get no views, you're mad. If you don't get no engagement, you're mad. We had two different motivations. Mine is strictly entertainment. I'm bored. Yours is financial. If you don't get your quota, you gonna stop. You gonna shut the show down. You're not doing this shit because you really want motherfuckers to know this, that, and the third. No, you're doing it. This is attached to a dollar. Again, you're tied to an outcome. You're tied to an outcome. And your outcome is money. But again, as we're gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, hold up, but I'm just saying, motivation is a motherfucker. What is your motivation for doing what you're doing? What is your motivation for doing what you're doing? And it's all right to be, motivated about something, but is it gonna pay you? Just because you're doing the shit. If you're overpaid, if you're, oh my bad, underpaid, ignored, or struggling to grow, it may not be, personal. It may simply be market feedback. So again, if you're a struggling content creator, if you down in the dumps, if you ain't getting the money you want at your job, if you ain't getting the looks you want from certain individuals in life and shit like that, that's just the market telling you that you ain't got it. Now, if you go back to when I was talking about the superstar mindset and the role player mindset, I could be a superstar in one arena in life and be a role player in another arena in life. I can't be a superstar everywhere I go. I can only be a superstar in places where I'm a superstar. If I'm a role player or a bench player somewhere else, I'm a role player or a bench player somewhere else. That's reality. No shade, nothing personal against no man, no woman. This is a reality I be speaking over here. That's it. So if you ain't getting what you want at your job, if you ain't getting what you want in relationships, if you ain't getting what you want on social media, that's just the market telling you ain't got it. You ain't got it. Whatever market it is, they telling you straight up and down, you ain't got it. Folks don't want you. If you struggling, that's because it's the shit they don't want. And I sit there and I say this to myself. I know why I struggle in content creation. Because I don't create safe spaces for niggas that need somebody to hold them all the motherfucking time. And my messages don't go out the way they want to hear it. I know why I struggle. Because if I was like rest of these motherfuckers in the manosphere red pill and I kissed you niggas' asses, y'all be over here motherfucking day. But because I stand on my own principles and like, I'm not finna kiss you niggas' asses. You grown ass men. Figure it out. I'm a problem. I'm a problem. I know why I'm a problem. Because I ain't gonna kiss your ass. Therefore, I get what I get. I get views. I get likes. I get a couple dollars here and there. I ain't tripping. But if I'm that motherfucker greedy, then yeah, I start kissing you niggas' asses. I start telling you niggas what the fuck you want to hear just so I can get a dollar up out of you. I'd rather not. I could be more exciting if I open up a motherfucking panel. I told myself, I'm not finna do 8, 12-hour shows. I'm not finna do it. Sorry, not sorry. I could be on your show for a little bit of time. And the majority of the time I'm on your show, if it's a one-on-one, we asking questions and shit like that, yeah, I answer the questions if you ask them. But just having a conversation with 9 other motherfuckers, and everybody fighting for the microphone because everybody want to be heard because they ain't getting heard in their real life, I'm chilling. I say something when you ask me to say something. If it's something that's really important to me, I chime in. But most of the time, I'm quiet. I'm just holding up a spot. And if a nigga that desperate to get up there and like, hey, I drop down, I don't give a damn. I watch from the clouds. I say something in the chat. So again, if you ain't getting what you want, fine, you ain't getting what you want. You don't dominate in that market, and that's perfectly fine. You might dominate in another market where you the shit. But again, we're talking about market validation. We're not talking about overall validation, market validation. You're good here, you might be sucking there. You're good over here, you might suck over there. And that's reality. You're not good everywhere you go. You might be good in certain areas and a piece of shit in other areas. It is what it is. It is. It is what it is. And to be honest, that's a game that a lot of motherfuckers don't want to learn. They don't want to understand that shit. We have been brainwashed to believe that if I'm popping here, I'm popping everywhere. No, you're not popping everywhere. It's a motherfucker right now in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't even know who the fuck you is. And you think you finna take your ass from some part of South Carolina or some part of Idaho and go out to California or Nevada, Atlanta, any part of Texas. You think you finna take your ass from Idaho, Wisconsin, or whatever the case. You can take yourself from somewhere where you're popping there and then go somewhere that's really popping and think you finna have the same level of value. You might not. Roll the dice, try your luck, see what happens. Because if you can go from Boise, Idaho to Los Angeles, California, and you were popping in Boise, and you go to Los Angeles, you popping in Los Angeles, guess what? You one of them ones that's popping everywhere they go. Damn near. Can't do nothing but give you credit for that. But if you the shit in Boise, Idaho, and you go to Los Angeles, California, and motherfucker don't pay you no attention, you was just a shit in Boise, Idaho. Sorry to tell you that shit. But that's reality. And most motherfuckers think because I'm here, I do this here, I say this here, whoa, I can say this anywhere. All right, try your luck. Try your luck. If you can make this shit shake in another location, make this shit shake. Let's see what happens. But if you can't, that's just letting you know, man or woman, the market don't like your ass. The market that you just came from might kiss your ass, might give you everything you want, but this market over here don't fuck with you. Either you gonna try to make yourself better, or you gonna go back home because you couldn't make it here. Either you gonna go back home to where you the big fish in the small pond, or you gonna try to eat with the rest of the barracudas and piranhas. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And when push comes to shove, when pressure builds up on the motherfucker, most people run. Most people run. Most people can't sit up under that motherfucking pressure to be better. Motherfuckers can't do this shit. Cause you good here. You feel like you done wore out your welcome here. Ain't nothing else you can do here. You finna go to bringing the past. It's fine, cool. Go ahead. Go for what you know. I'll be at the airport sending you off. Cash a bus ticket. I'm gonna be at the bus station. Watch you get on the bus. Might shake your hand and give you a hug when you get in the car and drive off. Have at it. Have at it. Now, when you go to this new area, this new market, and you trying to pull the same shit you did in this other market, and this shit don't work, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna cry about it? Oh, it ain't fair. It ain't fair. I look better than him. I look better than her. I'm worth this. I'm worth that. Huh? The market told your ass you don't. You're not. You gonna get what we gonna give your ass. You don't dictate. You don't dictate shit over here. We gonna give you what we gonna give you. Because if you really were popping, you can call your shot. If you were really on top of your game, you can call your motherfucking shot. You can set the motherfucking terms. You can get what the fuck you want because you control the situation. You control this situation in this small market over there. You can't control the situation over this medium-sized market, this big market. You can't control shit over here. You got to give what we give you. You going to get what we give you. Take it or leave it. And the motherfucker will take it. just so they can stay in that market. And then complain about being in that market. You're going to take whatever the big market give you and then complain about being in the market talking about shit ain't fair. You could have went back home and got back to popping like you were popping. It's just going to be a smaller market. But I digress. Now, let me tell y'all what money validation really means. Market validation, my bad. Market validation is simple. When people willingly exchange money for what you offer, they validate that it matters. Money is a vote. That's market validation. When somebody is willing to give you something for what you do, because they feel like what you do matters to them. That's it. Same with attention, same with energy, same with time. It's a resource. If I go inside my capital as a man, my money, my energy, my attention, my time, and my discipline. If I go into my capital and give you any of that, any of them resources, that means whatever you're doing means something to me. That's a vote in your favor. Whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, whatever you have to offer, whatever product you can put out there on the market, if I go get it, if I come over here and watch it, if I like whatever I do to validate you, that means whatever it is matters to me. So again, when we're talking about just social media, we're talking about YouTube. One of the things that irk me, and I do it my damn self, is this right here. Soon as you get started, soon as you crank up your live, you want motherfuckers to like, share, and subscribe soon as they walk in the building. I just said this shit when I started talking. And it irks me. Because you ain't giving the consumer, the audience, enough time to like whatever the fuck you got going on. They in here because of the title. They in here because of the thumbnail. The conversation could be trash. And they ain't liking the shit. They ain't commenting. They ain't sharing the shit. You ain't getting no new subscribers. Then you get up to start complaining. Then you'll start talking about how many people watching, the likes in the audience ain't matched up. So you'll literally stop conversating. You'll literally stop the show. Just so motherfuckers start liking the conversation more. Not organically liking the conversation. No, you're stopping the conversation to make motherfuckers like the conversation. Not genuine likes. I'm not going to say nothing else till you like the shit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got to do all that shit on the daily, when you do your shit, especially lives, if you got to do that shit every time you go live, repeatedly, like I do it once, maybe twice. Maybe I've been brainwashed to say that shit, but I do it at least once. I know for a fact. But if you got to do this shit all the time, whether you asking for likes, whether you asking for money, if you got to do that shit the whole time you live, bro, guess what? Them motherfuckers they value you enough. They value you enough to come over to your spot and watch your shit. They give you enough attention that they saw your title, they saw your thumbnail, they popped up into your store to see what the fuck was going on. And if you as the store owner is calling and telling the customers to buy my shit, spend some money, like my shit, spend some money, if you're constantly telling the consumer to do this type of shit on the daily, they really don't like your ass enough to spend money or like your shit. They like you enough to watch. They might not like you enough because what you're talking about, they might not like it. They might not like it. And they do have the option hitting the dislike button if they don't like it. But even if they hit the dislike button, you're going to say they some haters. No, they just don't like the shit. They might like you as a person. They might not like what the fuck you're talking about. So if they hit the dislike button, you feel some type of way because they hit the dislike button. Do you want them to hit the button or not? Or you want them to hit the button you want them to hit? And again, when we're talking about money, if you had to come to tell people every day to hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo, hit the Super Chat, if you had to come to tell motherfuckers every day to send you some money, and then you got to come to talk about how much you spending to create the show, they don't like you. They like you enough to watch. They don't like you enough to send you no money. You know how many times I done watched the damn commercial about the starving kids in Africa? I feel sorry for them. And you know, it's emotional shit. They gonna show you the worst. You know, they starving, they looking malnourished and shit like that. This shit terrible. You shouldn't see no kids like that. Kids shouldn't be living like that. I agree with that 100%. They shouldn't be in them type of conditions. I ain't never sent them no money. I ain't never sent them no money. You can call me heartless. I don't give a damn. I ain't never sent them no money. Cause some done on me. Like, you know how many times motherfuckers sent them money, they still got the problem? You mean tell me you gonna sit up here on a commercial and tell me for $1 a day you could feed a child? Okay. And I'm sure folks done sent millions of dollars over there to feed these kids, and yet you still every year, every year, you still got the same problem. The kids still hungry, but we can't send you money. Somebody ain't getting the money. Either the people that's promoting this shit ain't getting the money, or the people that need the shit ain't getting the money. I don't send the money. Because you could have been solved the problem. What the fuck? What the fuck? I can watch that commercial day in, day out and feel some type of way because I don't want to see them kids suffering and will never send $1. And a motherfucker would tell me you wrong because you gonna send no money. No, I'm not. I can feel how I want to feel about the situation. It hurts my heart. I ain't gotta go in my pocket to give them shit. Just know if it was a chance for me to, take care of one of myself, if it was an opportunity for me to take care of one of myself, I might do that. I might bring one of them motherfuckers in and raise them, help them be better and all that type of shit right there. They gonna cuss a lot by the time they get through with me. But I try to get them right. I do that before I give a motherfucker some money that's kind of telling me there's a problem and you ain't fixed the problem yet, but you keep getting money. No, I'm not finna do that type of shit. So again, I done seen motherfuckers stop a show because the likes don't add up and will play stupid ass music until the likes match up, or so they feel comfortable with the likes. You making folks like you. It's not organic. You making somebody like what you talking about. It's not organic. I done seen motherfucker complain about donations, money. If you got to come to complain about it, they don't want to give it to you. Plain and simple. If you got to come and ask somebody to send you some money for a show you created on your own, didn't nobody ask you for this show. This is something you want to do because your motivation was what? Money. Your motivation was money. You see them the two motivations that most of you motherfuckers have doing this shit? Attention, money. Attention, money. If the likes don't add up, you got a problem. If the money don't add up, you got a problem. Me, I'm bored. I get what I get and move on. We rotate on two different. We rotate totally different. My motivation is boredom. Yours is attention. Yours is money. If you don't get the attention, you don't get the money, you got a problem. If I get any attention, if I get any money, I'm just like, hey, appreciate it. Thank you. But I'm up here because I'm bored. I have nothing to do. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I give you 2 hours, not 8. I'm chilling. I got other shit to do outside I get through talking to you good people. I got other shit to do. What is to take a nap? What is to go play with my grandson? What is to plan a night with my wife? What is to have a man-to-man conversation with my son? What is to have talk on the phone for hours with my daughter? What is to spend time with family members and friends? I got other shit to do. This just motivate. My motivation is boredom. But we see a lot of you motherfuckers that I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say no names. That will literally go through exactly what I'm talking about, just for the simple fact you feel like what the fuck you're talking about is so motherfucking important, but they won't like your shit and they won't pay you. I digress. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. Let you have it. So every sale says this. You solve the problem. Interesting. We always talking about the problems of the community, and ain't nobody trying to solve shit. We have 8-hour conversations about a fucking problem, and ain't nobody coming up with a solution. You just doing it for entertainment. You just doing it for likes and money. You're not trying to fix shit. You're just trying to get paid. Cool. Cool. So, did you solve a problem? More times than not, you didn't. Do your content save people time? I just saw a video for I went live that said shit. What we doing now is getting crushed by AI. Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini. Niggas don't come to YouTube for answers no more. They can go to Chat GPT and get an answer. So now, whatever the fuck we are doing, it ain't even saving time. When that nigga, if a motherfucker got a real issue, a real situation, they can just Chat GPT shit and get a generic answer. Get an answer that fits them and run with it. Instead of trying to be up here for 15 minutes, 2 hours, 8 hours, whatever the case may be, to listen to motherfuckers that ain't saving them no time and ain't solving no problem. So your problems ain't getting solved. You ain't saving no time. Did the sale create status? Now, this is the one thing that I be tripping off of is how many motherfuckers claim Fight Club? Oh, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club. A lot of you motherfuckers wouldn't be known if it wasn't for Fight Club. If we just gonna be honest. Some of you motherfuckers wasn't sticking out when you was on Fight Club. You was on Fight Club every weekend. You still ain't got no motivation after Fight Club ended. But Fight Club is a catalyst for a lot of you motherfuckers. And I watch Fight Club. So when I hear you motherfuckers talking about Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, I feel you. I watched it until the ending. And then you go around talking about I came from Fight Club, I came from Fight Club, I came from Fight Club. That's your proof that you what? Know how to argue? You know how to argue with motherfuckers all night. Okay, cool, bet. So then when Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com, when Anton tell you motherfuckers using kids, you ate off him at Fight Club. You, oh, no, I didn't. Oh, Anton full of shit. Oh. But bro, you sitting around here and claim Fight Club. That was the nigga that created the platform for you to talk your shit on Fight Club every weekend. Right or right or wrong. He gave you the platform to say what the fuck you had to say Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And you did, faithfully, until he cut this shit off. You go around bragging about you was over there. Talking your shit. All right, cool. But the minute the man say, I fed you motherfuckers, I gave y'all niggas life, I let motherfucker find out who the fuck you was on my platform. No, you didn't. Sorry to tell you motherfuckers. He really did. The same way I sit there and say, when y'all get talking about Jay Prince for president, your shit jump. I watched y'all shit. I'm not blind. I just don't give a fuck, but I'm being real. When y'all bring up Jay Prince for president and anything he fucking do, your shit get to jumping. Your shit get to jumping. The register get to ringing. All that good shit. by mentioning a nigga that's a piece of shit. Now, when he say, I feed you motherfuckers, when a nigga like John God will sit up there and tell you motherfucker Jay Prince got that dope. See, when niggas like that get to talking that shit, you feel some type of way. How these bum ass niggas gonna tell me I need you? Because if you wasn't talking about him, your shit wasn't jumping. Make it make sense. I seen you motherfucker when y'all talk about shit y'all really want to talk about, you feel some type of way because ain't nobody liking your shit. Ain't nobody sending you no motherfucking money. But the minute you talk about Jay Prince for president or any type of bullshit and the register get the ringing and your motherfucking check full, you happy as a motherfucking man. And it just so happen when that motherfucker tell you, I feed you motherfuckers with my bullshit, he's not lying. You get a bump talking about the nigga that ain't shit. You get money talking about a nigga that ain't shit. That's the only thing I can say. Like, he don't capitalize on his own bullshit. Another nigga will. Another female will. But to sit there and say he don't give y'all niggas a boost, he don't give you a little status, you lying to yourself. A lot of y'all shit don't give a nigga shit. So you're not solving problems. You're not saving time. You're not really creating no motherfucking status. Whatever. Did it fix your pain? Did it reduce your pain? Is what you doing reducing somebody's pain? No. Because let's be honest, the shit y'all say, the shit y'all don't do nothing but double down on most of these motherfuckers' fears and pain. That's all this shit do. You ain't trying to help a nigga get right. You trying to keep a motherfucker scared. And what y'all say? I'd rather be feared than loved. So y'all want to have motherfuckers feared, scared to do anything across the board. You want them motherfucker to feel the pain. You're not trying to relieve it. You trying to make them feel it. Now, me myself, I don't have a problem telling the motherfucker the truth. I want niggas to get better. So when I sit up here and say, "Hey, you ain't doing shit because you ain't trying to do shit," that's not me telling you you gonna be fucked up forever. That man, get off your ass and do something. You ain't gonna you can get a female if you want to. You ain't trying to. You waiting on perfect conditions. How the fuck you gonna do anything if you wait for the perfect time? It ain't no such thing. So again, I'm not trying to give you pain. I'm trying to help you with your problems. The people you watch keeping you in your problem and saying you ain't got no way out. So if they not solving the problem, they not relieving your pain, they not giving you no status. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing. They ain't saving you no time. They ain't doing shit for you. And last but not least, do they give you the returns? Are they giving you the results you really want? Think about that. Are you getting the results that you really want? Now, if the result is for you to be entertained, then congratulations, you got what you want. But if the result is you want to fix your problem, whatever the problem is, and you go to these motherfuckers that are supposed to be problem solvers and they can't fix your problem, now what are we talking about? Do you got the results that you always talk about? I'm in relationships. I got results. I might be a terrible ass dude, but I got the results that most of these niggas want. Whether they good dudes or bad dudes. I got results. I've been married 20 years. And then when I get to talking about women and relationships and shit like that, first thing you'll tell me, oh, you been out the game for a minute. I really haven't. I deal with women on the regular, family members. I see what they got going on. It's a few female friends I still talk to. I know what they got going on. And me myself, I just was in some bullshit 5 years ago and made it through that bullshit. And I'm still with my chick. We just celebrated 20 some years. 2021 in February. Married. I can give you the results you motherfuckers want. I can give you the results. You might not like my methods. You might not like my tactics. You might not like my conversation, but I got what the results you want. Most of these motherfuckers ain't giving you the results you want. And you know that. No. But yet and still, they get the dollars. Why? Because it's entertaining. It's not solving none of your problems. It's entertaining. You get your laughs off. You get the crazy looks in your faces and shit like that because somebody said. And after you get through hee hee and ha ha, and once you cut their ass off, you look around in your real life and say, shit, I'm still fucked up. After I tuned in to somebody to help me solve this motherfucking problem, and they did everything but solve my motherfucking problem, I have to look up and say, I still got the problem. From individuals that need to be liked and need to be paid because that was their motivation from the jump is to be because they doesn't get no likes in real life and they don't get no money. Or they feel like it's a bunch of suckers on here that's gonna pay me if I just make them feel good. That's it. That's it. That's how market validation works. See, y'all paying for entertainment. You're not paying for education. You're paying for entertainment. You're not paying to solve a problem. You're paying for fun. You're paying for bullshit. And now there's nothing wrong with bullshit. We all enjoy our own levels of bullshit. We all want to be entertained. There's nothing wrong with that. But you keep going to sources that's not fixing shit and ain't trying to fix shit. And you keep validating them for what? Why you keep giving them your attention? Why you keep giving them your money if they ain't fixing shit for you? They might make you laugh. That little laugh might get you through the day. But once the laugh over with, nigga, you still got the problems. And these motherfuckers ain't help you fix not nan one of them. And even when they come down to you ain't even trying to fix them because you don't want to do shit. You want somebody to fix them for you. You want somebody to come in and fix everything for you so you can go and live your life the way you want to live it. Again, that's their role player mentality. You want superstar benefits without putting in superstar effort. The world is supposed to kiss your ass when you don't do nothing for the world to kiss your ass. You just want the rewards and the awards. You just want what the superstar get without doing the superstar things. You're validating individuals that's not helping you. They're entertaining you, but they're not helping you. And I might sound like a little bitter motherfucker right about now. I'm not bitter. I'm just being honest. Because I can look at my own shit. When people like my shit, when people watch my shit, them the motherfuckers I'm helping. I don't need to help everybody. I don't need everybody to watch me. I just need the certain ones to watch me. My advice ain't gonna help everybody. I know that. I've been told numerous times that the way I look at shit, the way I look at relationships, the way I move in relationships, a lot of motherfuckers sit there and say, "Oh, we can't do that." I know it. I ain't never said what I do is gonna work. For you, it worked for me. I can just give you little tidbits. I can give you little advice. I can try to push you in a direction so you can find your path to whatever you're trying to do to make it work. I'm not gonna tell you be like me and it's gonna work for you. I know it might not work. I'm not gonna give you a lot of bullshit vague answers just so you can give me $1. No, I'm gonna give you what it is just so you can get on the path to fix it. So you can get to where you want to go. You might take everything I say and run with it, and it might get you where you want to go. I highly doubt it, but it might. It's a possibility. I'm not trying to give you me so you can be me. No, I'm gonna give you me so you can find out how to be you. That's what I do. I'm gonna give you me so you can find out how to be you. Take some of my shit and put it with your shit and see if it will work. That's all I ask. And again, I do this out of boredom. I do this out of boredom. I don't need the attention. I don't need the money. I like it, but I don't need it. I'm not that thirsty for it. I'm bored. I am bored. No one has to like my story. I tell y'all that all the time. I am not. This story I tell y'all is not for the faint of heart, especially in relationships. Because I know one time I was on Sharon Brace's show. Shout out Sharon Brace's Wild the Wake Up show. We were talking about infidelity in marriage, and I was just telling my story. And the women were sitting there, dragging me and nitpicking and shit like that. And I just sat there and like, well, what you want me to do? I know my story ain't good. I know my story don't sound good to women. I know that shit. I know that. Ask me, do I care? You can say what the fuck you want to say about me. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, even though you might not like my motherfucking story, respond to the value. If my story bothers you, if my upbringing bothers you, it bothers you. But again, like my wife say, because I still got that street mentality to this day. That's just my story. Because when I had these conversations, I didn't sit inside of boardrooms on a small level and had conversation with big wigs. And they looked so surprised. They were like, what? This nigga with all these tattoos know what the fuck he talking about? Yes, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know how to fix certain problems. I've been in leadership positions a lot in my life. I know how to solve some of these motherfucking problems. I know who to talk to get something done. I could break shit down and tell you what the problem really is and how to fix a certain problem if you want it fixed. That's value. It's not entertainment, it's educational value. It's not entertainment, it's education. I'm gonna say some crazy ass shit. I'm gonna say some dumb ass shit. But I'm educated first. I'm a leader first. I say all the dumb shit later. My mind is stuck on trying to win. I'm just trying to get y'all to be on the same mindset I'm on, is trying to win. Not laugh, not complain. When shit don't go your motherfucking way, make shit go your motherfucking way. You can do it. You don't want to. It's too hard. You'll try and quit, or you ain't gonna try at all. And then to tell society to give you a bone. And if they don't give you a bone, then you don't know what the fuck to do. I got you. Now, why do some people earn more? People don't get paid based solely on effort. I'm gonna say that again. A lot of y'all think if I just go to work all the motherfucking time, if I do all this, if I do all that, if I just spend so much effort on shit, I'm gonna get the payout. Sound good. Sometimes it work. Sometimes it work. Not every time. Cause the motherfucker will use you up until they can't use you up no more and won't give you shit in return. That's just life. So it ain't just effort, it's scarcity, skill level, demand, scale, results, and perceived value. That's why a lot of y'all individuals work 12 hours a day and still be broke. While somebody can work 6, 4, and double what you make, triple what you make. You can work all day. Like I said, you could be on this motherfucker all day. 8 hours, 12 hours, all motherfucking day. And a motherfucker can come through and do a pre-record and get what you get in less time. And you been on this motherfucker all day, and he drop a pre-record and get 11,000 views, 100,000 views, and you barely crack 4. You barely crack 4, and this motherfucker just got 100,000, 1,000,000, and did a 30-minute video. And you did an 8-hour live stream, and he got more doing less. Then on top of that, what you be talking about ain't rare. Everybody talking about some of this shit. Again, I just got through watching some shit. It's like, what it was, content strategy? Y'all just gonna rinse, wash, and repeat. Somebody gonna say something about this shit. You gonna grab onto it. You gonna repeat the shit in your own little twist. Then the next motherfucker gonna repeat it. The next motherfucker gonna repeat it. And the next motherfucker gonna repeat it. It's like, bruh, everybody talking about the same shit. Ain't nobody talking about nothing different. But somehow, some way, the way you talking about it is so much more valuable than what everybody else saying. I got you. Got you. Y'all ain't got no good skill set. Cause a lot of you motherfuckers say y'all got a background in sales, and if you know background, if you got no sales, like shit, sales is emotional and logical. You gotta make them feel some type of way. You gotta convince them that what you're saying makes sense. Again, you're entertaining somebody. You're not educating nobody. You're not trying to get a sale. You're begging. You're not selling. You're begging. I said it. You're not selling shit. You're begging. You're begging for attention. You're begging for money. E-begging. Call it what you want to call it. I said it. Ain't nobody demanding your shit again. Ain't nobody asking you to stop whatever you're doing and create a channel, to create a show, to talk about some shit that everybody else talking about. Ain't nobody asking you to do that shit. Ain't nobody asking you to do that shit. You start doing this shit because you had motivations to get money. You had motivation to get likes and views. You want to be known as a motherfucker. That was your reason for doing it. It wasn't that a bunch of motherfuckers in your city, in your neighborhood was telling you, oh, you need to start a YouTube channel. Oh, you no, no, that didn't happen. No, you decided on your own to start a YouTube channel to get money. Didn't nobody tell you to do it. You decided to do it. So the demand wasn't there for you to do it. That was just something you wanted to do. Right. Scaling shit. How far can you scale a panel? How far can you scale a panel? Mind you, you're doing panels. You're not making original content. You're having people talking about a topic, and you're gonna break that shit into recorded video. You're gonna break that shit into clips. Where else can you go with it? What other products can you make off your panel? What other can you make some clothes, accessories, books, courses? What else you got going on besides you starting a panel? Now it's cool if you got other streams of income. Fine, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with this shit. But as if your only stream of income and you ain't got shit else going on, you dependent solely on this type of shit. You ain't got nothing else going on. You don't know how to scale this shit. Okay, right on. You ain't got the results. A lot of you motherfuckers that be talking the most shit, it's just as bad as the motherfuckers you're talking to. You gonna tell me about relationships and you ain't even in a relationship. How that work? You gonna tell me how to get some money when you beg. How that work? You gonna tell me how to get results when you ain't got the results yourself. How did that work? That work. And then on top of that, the perceived value. A motherfucker, you want motherfucker to think you valuable when you really ain't. You want motherfucker to think you the shit when you really not. And they're cool. Have it your way. Have it your way. That's why you be up here all motherfucker day. Looking for likes, looking for money. Cause you ain't got it. And that's nothing to do with you personally. Cause again, you can be a good dude, you can be a good chick. I can actually be around you and have fun with you and shit like that. But when it comes down to certain shit, you may not have it. And the market gonna tell you if you got it or not. It is what it is. Now, I'm finna break it down some more for you. I'm finna break it down some more for you. So, if income is low, if you ain't getting no money, ask these questions right here. Do I have a valuable skill set? Do you have a valuable skill set? It's certain individuals I know that I watch that I be on their panels and shit like that. They got a skill set. They can ask them to make them some money. They ain't just relying on you hitting the super chat or sending the cash app. No, they got something they could do that actually can make them some money. They do some other shit. So that's the first question you ask yourself: is your skill set valuable? Is what you doing valuable? Is it valuable? Question number 2: can I communicate value clearly? So when do you talk? So when you start running your mouth and you're trying to tell people how valuable this is, how valuable you is, do they understand how valuable whatever you're saying is? Do they understand how valuable you is as a person? If they don't understand, if you can't make it crystal clear that you are this type of individual and this the type of shit you promote, if you can't make that shit crystal clear, again, is they gonna pay you? Is they gonna give you anything? Again, using myself, I make myself crystal clear on what I do on my channel. I also make myself crystal clear on why I'm not getting what I think I'm supposed to be getting. Because I'm not finna do what you other motherfuckers do. I think, I believe I'm supposed to be getting this, that, and the third on some board shit. I don't get what I believe I'm supposed to get. And I'm fine. Because I know why I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get. Because I won't cater. I believe that the value I got with the relationship topics, you can use and run with it and be a better man. I'm not getting what the attention, I'm not getting no money because I'm not kissing y'all asses. I'm not saying it's not your fault. It's their fault. I'm not doing it. And by me understanding why I'm where I'm at with views, where I'm at, that I don't get all the views and all the likes and all the money like some of you motherfuckers get, it's because I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Either you like it or you don't. And I'm perfectly fine if you don't like it. Question number 3. Am I solving the problem? Like I said, I'm in relationships. And the problem out here right now with men can't get relationships. Men can't get no box. Okay. I can solve your motherfucking problems. But again, it's gonna say, bruh, look in the mirror. That's problem number 1. The person you look at in the mirror every motherfucking day is the number 1 problem on why you ain't successful. I'm gonna tell you that. Now, once you can accept the fact that you part of your problems, then we can go forward. But if you can't accept the fact that you a fuck up, there's nothing I can do for you. If you can't sit up here and accept the fact that you ain't perfect, there's nothing I can do for you. I'm not finna feed you that imagination. I'm not finna feed you that fantasy that you're perfect. No, you're not perfect. You're not perfect. He not perfect. She not perfect. I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. We all flawed. We all got problems. So once you realize that you fucked up, then we can begin to go forward with whatever help you need. But you got to accept the fact that you're fucked up. In some shape, form, or fashion, you ain't wrapped all the way tight. Accept that shit first, and then I'll help you with your problem. You keep saying you ain't got no problems, that's a problem. Question number 4. Is there demand for what you do? Is there demand for relationship conversation? Yeah. People like this shit. Like that's part of like even in a regular work environment, just between you and your coworkers, y'all talking about relationships. Y'all talking about your marriages, who you're dating, who you're screwing. You talking about this shit on the daily with motherfuckers you go to work with. So yeah, it's a demand for the shit. People like talking about this shit. So that much I know for a fact. So yeah, you can get off with relationship conversation. You can get off with a lot of shit. Cause motherfuckers like it. That's what YouTube is for. If you want to watch anime, you can go anime. If you fixing on cars, you can fix cars. If you like sports, you got sports. You want recaps of love and hip hop or Temptation Island or whatever the case may be. There's plenty of channels for whatever the fuck you looking for. So there's a high demand on whatever the fuck you doing. There's a high demand. Might be saturated, but it's a high demand. So I know whatever the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about relationships. I know motherfuckers talk about relationships. I know motherfuckers talking about relationships. Number 5. Can I scale this shit? As we speak right now, I got other shit going on based off of attraction economics that has nothing to do with social media. That has nothing to do with social media. And I'm building the shit. It takes time and money to build some shit. But I'm building some shit. I'm trying to build some shit that away from this shit. Not saying I'm not using this shit, but I'm not looking at attraction economics as just a YouTube platform. I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking bigger. See, most of you motherfuckers just stuck on here. Social media. Social media is just marketing. It ain't sales. You're trying to get motherfucker to buy whatever the fuck you selling. And 9 times out of 10, you're trying to get them to buy you. You trying to get attention. You trying to get some money off of you. That's it. You ain't sending them nowhere. You ain't got no product to sell them. You just want them to buy you. You're the product. And that's where you want motherfuckers to be at. Spend your money and time on me. And whatever I do. Currency, a motherfucker ain't. Now, how do you increase your income? One, build up your skill set. Build up your skill set. Two, solve a sensitive problem. I said sensitive. Yep. Solve the expensive problem. My bad. Number three, improve communication. Number four, build trust. Number five, learn sales. Whoa, learn sales. Number six, create a system. Yeah, yeah, I ain't doing that either. Number seven, number seven. What did I say? Oh, reach more people. My bad. Number eight, keep improving results. That's it. That's how you get your money up. That's how you get your attention up. That's how you get your market validation up. All of these eight little rules: build up a real skill set, solve expensive problems, improve communication, build trust, learn sales, create systems, reach more people, and keep improving results. That's it. You can't do nothing but do more. Learn and grow. You can't do that much else. Can't do shit else. But that's on your own dime. That's on your own time. Learning shit. Watching video, talking to people, reading books, reading articles, trying and failing, trying and succeeding. You have to do all that type of shit in order to get more money. You have to do all that shit to get more attention. You have to do some shit. You can't sit around and want all this shit and then you want somebody to give it to you. You don't want to put in the work to get it. You want somebody to give it to you. That's the problem. That's the problem. The shit done got too easy that everybody want it, but they don't nobody want to work for it. Don't nobody want to put in the blood, sweat, and tears to get it. And you get mad when somebody else get it. But you can get it. Just put the work in. You can get it. Just put the work in. So, so anyway, stop asking yourself, how do I make more money? Excuse me. Start asking yourself, how do I become more valuable to the market? The question changed everything because income often follows value. So quit asking yourself how you get more money, how you get more attention, how you get more likes and all that type of shit. The question is, how do you become more valuable in the market you in? And again, you could be a superstar here and you trash over there. When it comes down to relationships, I'm a superstar, Hall of Fame, retired. My jersey hanging up. When it comes down to content creation and social media, I'm a role player. I'm trying to get better, but I'm a role player. And I know I'm a role player. I know I'm a role player. Can I get better? Yes. Do I probably need to change the motivation of being bored to actually trying to get some attention to money? It's hard for me to change motivation when that ain't the motivation. It's hard for me to sit there, oh, I want a lot of attention. Oh, I want a lot of money from doing this shit. And like, yeah, I'm just up here because I'm bored. Do I need to change how I talk? I can't. I can't. Do I coddle niggas that's grown that's supposed to know some of the shit I say? I can't. I can't. I'm really putting myself up against the wall and I like it. I like it. Call me crazy, but I like being in the position I'm in. In order for me to get where I want to go on my own principles and looking at what I'm up against, I like it. Cause when the shit start coming, I can sit back and say, I ain't changed for nobody. I did me the whole rip. and y'all finally finding value, what the hell I say? Because you really want results in relationships. Now you talking about social media. I can't give you results like that. I don't know. Try your luck. Roll the dice, see what happens. I don't know. When it comes down to relationships, I know a little something about this shit. And I get you right. But I don't expect no coddling, kissing ass, saying women the problem all the time. I'm not gonna do 8, 12-hour shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say something to go viral. No, 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 no. I'm just a plain Jane motherfucker that trying to give you motherfucker the truth. Either you want or you don't. So I said all that to say this, and I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna get on down. Cause I don't know if I gotta be on granddaddy duty today. I know my son and his baby mom, girlfriend. I don't know what the fuck they get right now. Baby mama right now. So if what I said challenged you in any shape, form, or fashion, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Because on this channel right here, we break down a lot of shit. We break down money. We break down power. We break down attraction. We break down market dynamic. We break down sports. We break down a lot of shit over here. You might catch me breaking down a movie. You might catch me breaking down a cartoon. Ain't no sense. We break down a lot of shit over here. And we break down a lot of shit so you can function in the real world. That's it. I'm not doing what I do for fantasy. I do what I do so you can function in the real world. I live in reality. You do too. And the quicker you sign up for reality and take that bullshit off your face, them glasses that you see everything one way, you don't see everything for what it really is. Once you get in that mind frame, guess what? You'll be a better individual. You'll be a better individual. So I'm finna get on down. I appreciate everybody that came over. And I'm finna I don't know, gonna do something. I find something to do. I'll holler at y'all.
Remember when the goal was to be seen, now the goal's to be straight. Different math when the kids need structure and your name got weight. I don't chase the room no more, I measure exits. Who panics when I leave? Who adjust their sentence? Used to think loud, man alive more. I know calm means clear if you still explain your value. You late in your career, I watch money fix problems and multiply flaws. Watch ego kill deals before lawyers got involved. I don't blame age, I credit reps. You're sharp in the blade, I don't need pressure to move me. I move because I'm aligned. Every loss, y'all placement, every win exposed intent. Some folks still celebrating checks, I'm already in environments. I stopped arguing timelines, started reading behavior. If they comfortable disrespecting you, that's on your position and play. I don't need revenge, I need distance. Let life handle the rest. Silence louder than threats when your presence was the test. I built slow so it lasts, skip hype so it's mine. Legacy ain't built in moments, it's built in the margins of time. So when the music fade out and it's just you in the mirror, ask if your life reflects discipline or just the ambition without structure. I'm done talking. Let the results finish the sentence.